Yeah, what up, folks? Alright, so you're back at it again with another video. Alright, so we got a 2007 Toyota Corolla here. Customer complained it's getting a rough idle. No check light is on, so he brought it in to see if we can diagnose it for him. Let's start the vehicle up. As you can see, no check engine light is on, but you do feel like, pulsing sensation coming from the vehicle. Alright, let's rev it and see what we get. It sounds nice and clean. What's the next step here? Let's put the scan tool on it and see what codes we get. So vehicle was scanned. Right, we're gonna check the BCM real quick. What we get on the BCM? Getting power window switch. That have nothing to do with me. What else we getting here? Lost communication with the electric power stand motor. Probably just let them know. Next thing I'm gonna check is I got 4 codes in the ECM. Alright, so we got a long list here. Alright, so we got the crankshaft position sensor, circuit A, ignition coil B, P0352, P0335, P0354, which is D, P041, insufficient flow detected from the EGR, rough idle, P1605. And just keep repeating because it's like it's history and past and pending and whatever else. Right, so let's take a look under the hood and see how the engine looks. Alright, so we're going to do a visual inspection on the hood real quick. I'm seeing a lot of oil leaks going on under here. Let's see how the air filter looks. Air filter is dirty. Alright, this is the EGR here, so that's good. I could get access to it right there. Right, so let's pop the coils out and see if we see any oil leaks or anything like that, because if it's leaking here, that means it may be leaking along the spark plug holes also, or it could just be a faulty coil. Right, so it on the scan tool it tells me there's number 2 and number 4, right, which is the B and the D. Right, to use alphabetical numbers instead of numbers technically. So let's check it out and see. Seeing that I got the 4th on number 2 and number 4 cylinder, I'm just going to verify it with my scope here. Right, so I got the E-cups on number 2 right now. I'm going to start the vehicle. As I said, no check light is on. Grounding. Right, so we got the 4th on number 2 and number 4, number 2 and number 4 coil. So I'm just gonna go and sit in the vehicle so I can stress the coil a little bit while I'm watching the scope and see what I get. Right, so the matter of fact, I'm not even gonna go in the vehicle, right? Relax, my boy, if you can assist me with this. Right, so since we got the 4th on number 2 and number 4 coil, right, I'm just gonna check number 1 and number 4, number 3, right, so I can have a comparison for the ones that's been in trouble, right? So I got my E-cup hooked up. I'm trying to get out of the glare. Right, so right now you see that's number 1. I'm on number 1 cylinder right there. Real quick, give me a snap. Again. Alright, so that's number 1. Alright, let's switch it to number 2. To number 2. Let's see what I'm getting here. Go ahead. Again. Alright, so reason I'm stepping on the edge, I'm trying to stress the coil is to get that up. This number 3. Hold on just real quick. The glare is in the way. Go ahead, number 3. Again. Alright, so that's number 3. So let's check number 4. Alright, so the misfire is on number 2 and number 4. This is number 4, but we don't even need to step on the X. You see that we're not getting any burn time, right? We're getting high KV and no burn time, right? So definitely for sure you have an issue with number 4, right? So I'm gonna go after, of course, the coil, the plugs, all that good stuff, and see what else I can rectify while I'm on the vehicle. And then we're gonna redo our capture again. And say this is number 4. Real quick. Not seeing any burn time at all, right? You're seeing that you're getting a high spark KV and a high firing line, right? Because they have no way to go. Let's go back to number 2. So it looks like number 2 is not that bad. It's failing, but it's not as bad as number 4. Right, let me see, can I measure my KV? It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. Let's try this is number 1. So this is number 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I removed the plugs on the coil. I'm seeing like a grayish dust or something like that. I'm not sure what it is on each one of the coils. As I said, I'm not sure what it is. It's now actually, I'm going to replace the spark plugs, right, and see if the misfire goes away, right. I'm just going to experiment real quick to see if it's a coil and the plug, or if it's just a coil alone. I mean, the plugs alone, because as you saw in number 4, wasn't getting no burn time, right? And when I took number 4 off, I'm seeing like oil on the tip. So I'm going to definitely replace this valve cover gasket, right? As I said, if you're seeing oil out here, that means oil is going to be down the cylinder sooner or later, and then we take it from there.
1 hour later.
So I now got the chance to jump back onto this vehicle. This is the Toyota that we saw the misfire on cylinder number 2 and number 4. And you see why? You gotta get a valve cover. You actually see remember I was seeing like a gray stuff on the coil. Basically, it wasn't changing the oil on time, and it started to attack the cover. This is in the engine. Wow. Things we do. So basically the covers start to all the parts starting to get very porous because of the lack of lubrication. Let's see how the favorable valve look. Okay, so I made recommendations to the customer that he may have to look into engine sooner or later, because that is too much build up in that engine. So he said that he's gonna most likely change the engine soon, right? So but for now, what I did, I got my hands on a replacement cover, right? I'm not going back up with that cover. As you can see, it is deteriorating slowly, and so we're gonna replace this engine sooner or later. Just gonna put this cover on just for time. I'm not gonna try to clean anything there. I'm just gonna replace the plugs, number 2 and number 4 coil, redo my checks, and that should be it, right? And send the customer on his way. oil is open. Yeah, exhaust.